Hey everyone, it's BDevine and welcome to Divine Miracles and the Dragon Energy reading for this week. And I have a few different card decks this time, or maybe I've done this before, but I felt drawn to these. My Imperial Dragons, my Celtic Dragons, and also the little sigils. And I'm not turning any of these over because we're going to be surprised at our messages. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is just make a declaration. So as sovereign beings of light, we are hereby declaring that we invite the dragons to work in our life, your own personal Monte, your guardian dragon, or your Monta, your teaching dragon, your healing dragons, your warrior dragons, which are called the Musha, that you're just inviting them to be with you more in your life, cleansing and clearing out anything that you don't need, and also bringing forth exactly what you do need. Okay, so this is a really good thing to do is make some declarations for yourself and bring the energy correct for your reading as well. All right, so choose number 1 or number 2. Now, if you're choosing number 1, obviously I'm going to start with you, and I want to start with your overseeing dragon, which is going to be from the Imperial Dragons deck, and you have the Solar Dragon. This is your overseeing dragon. Okay, so let me put it on our little thing. Let me get this right for you. Okay, there we go. When the solar dragon is working with any single one of us, what it's doing is it's igniting our own knowledge. It's igniting new ideas and opportunities. And everybody has within them their own personal dragon. So you can be attuned to these different dragons as well. But it's time to awaken that inner dragon, your solar dragon, the one that's looking after you as a soul. It's time to really open up to the new opportunities, because it feels to me like you're really sick of the old ways of doing everything. You know, you're sick and tired of the same routine or the same people or situations or drama that unfolds around you. And your solar dragon is igniting your wisdom, your knowledge, your own personal power, and maybe helping you to discover a lot about yourself, maybe through past lives or deeper healing, or just trusting and having confidence in yourself as you move forward. Okay, and as we move forward, obviously we don't know what's coming up, but we can have it in one or two ways. We can either be afraid of our future all the time and feel anxious and feel nauseous and just feel hopeless, or we can just throw caution to the wind and just put one foot in front of the other, trusting that you're supported, trusting that you're guided, trusting even when craziness happens, it's not something that you need to take personally. It's like you're not being punished, you know. So it's time to really, really, truly have a good think. Maybe even write down a list of things. This is what I'm doing, this is what I'm thinking, this is what I'm feeling, and this is where my life is. And this is where I want to go, this is what I want to do, this is how I want to feel. And how do I truly believe I'm going to get there, you know? And you'll start saying, oh my God, well, I'm not going to get there by doing all this crazy stuff that I've been doing, or worrying about everybody else, or putting myself last, or not allowing myself to trust my instincts, and always being in fear, and all of these things. And there is really only one way forward, and that is with you making a decision, either to be in freedom or to be in fear. And it is truly a decision that we make. But the solar dragon can help you, assist you, guide you, lead you. So just be open to that energy moving forward for you. Okay? So let's see what else we get and we receive today with your Celtic dragon messages. Okay? And so you have another major kind of energy here with the Hermit. And again, this is knowledge. Look at the books, the messages that are coming, the energy that's coming from below you. So you're getting energy from earth and from the skies, from the heavens. That there are places in your life that maybe you take for granted sometimes, like you might live in a beautiful place, but you don't, you're so used to it that you don't acknowledge the little things, kind of thing. This also says, with your distraction or distancing yourself from any stresses or dramas or concerns or whatever, you're going to then empower yourself on these greater levels. I also feel like when I'm looking at this card today for you, number one, that there's a great amount of pride. You know, the energies of Source, the energies of Great Spirit, the energies of Jesus, God, whatever, Allah, whatever you believe in, bringing you energies of great pride. Very proud of you for your journey. Very proud of you for taking risks and doing what you've been doing and awakening and one step at a time. All the things that you've been doing that you may think just life, you are being sent huge blessings, okay, and great honor and pride being bestowed upon you. And you need to know it, okay? If you feel like distancing yourself right now, go with that energy. Also, you received the Six of Cups. Okay, so this energy is definitely in the past. So something you're remembering, or something that is triggering, or something that you maybe have always had with you, has caused you to be the way that you have been or the way that you are today. But at the same time, that you're understanding that we don't have to let the past define us. We don't have to let the past define us, okay? There are more adventures about to occur for you, spending time in nature or just being away from your normal environment, and it brings you into a place of knowing or recognition. So you'll be like, I feel like I've been here before, kind of energy. And you may connect with people who remind you of your past or remind you of friends you had that have perhaps gone. There's also dream energy. What I'm getting from this card is that your dreams are showing you very strange and different things. And obviously our subconscious energy is within our dreams, and sometimes our fears are reflected. But you're being asked here to remain in wonder, keep the magic going, believe in every possibility, and most of all, don't let your past be your future. If anyone has hurt you in the past, or there's been abuse or any kind of stressful situation or loss or grief or whatever, it doesn't have to continue throughout the rest of your life. And there are ways around healing this, okay? Now you have to really trust your emotions, your intuition, your thoughts, your feelings, and give to yourself, number one, give to yourself, because then you're able to help more people in that way. We often think, okay, when everyone's happy, I can then do whatever the heck I want. But that's putting yourself last, and also they're not happy completely because you're not happy. Especially when it comes to children. When their parents are happy, they settle, okay? So just trust in yourself that you are slowly but surely moving forward on your path, and people who knew you 20 years ago have no idea the person that you've become and who you are now, and that's okay. And to remember to embrace your dragons, to help balance things, and also clear away any energy that you don't need anymore. Some wonderful news is about to occur. Even if you've just had some good news, something else is on the way to surprise you too. Be open to receiving. Okay, now let's have a look at our little sigil cards. These are just paper. I'm going to make these into actual cards. I have to finish them first. But here it is, the water dragons. Buying a house or renting, beneficial change, money improves. Now, you know what? I kept getting this card before we moved into our house here. So I would say that this is about a month out, okay? Month to 6 weeks. In a month to 6 weeks or within that time, okay, these things are happening. And perhaps the letter Z has something to do with it. The water dragons are going to help to balance your emotions as well. Okay, and you can draw that sigil if you want those things to come forward. And the other card is the fire dragons. Rough times and people sending negative energy, but you're protected from harm. Protection from harm. So this is a protection sigil. You can just draw it. Now, people sending negative energy, putting negative comments, or just being generally nasty are totally wasting their time, right? With you or anybody. I mean, I know some people, if they receive some kind of ugly comment or something on their channel or whatever, they go straight into fighting back. You won't see that from me. I don't give any energy to negativity at all. It either gets deleted or, depending on how bad it is, the person gets banned. You know, I don't mind people sharing their opinion, but if it's nasty and just hateful, I don't need to see it, and neither do you. So see you later. Thanks for wasting your time. You know, but there are people that send negative energy no matter how amazing you are or whatever you're doing, and it's just always going to be that way. So just protect yourself, you know. Don't let things bother you, and also don't take things personally, you know. People can just be nasty and they're nasty to anyone, not just you. So this is going to help you with your protection from harm. You can use the fire dragons and ask them to clear the way ahead, and also clear or cleanse and clear with their fire, with their cleansing fire, any energy around you that is not yours or you have not asked for. I know that, you know, people cast their spells and do their witchery stuff and all of that sort of thing as well. It just doesn't work. So unless you give it power, you know, if you sit there being afraid of it, it will work. So don't give it any energy and just ask your dragons to clear it out. Okay? Awesome, number one. You are really, really protected here, and you are entering into your major phase of life. The next phase, once again, now that we've gotten the supermoon energy and the retrograde energy as well, make sure you're grounding yourself and just being gentle with it's like an energy of very gentle, like just very soft. Don't have to rush, just moving slowly, you know, as you're going through things. Okay, now welcome number 2. Thank you for being here and enjoying your dragon lesson. We're going to start with the Imperial Dragons. Now don't forget, I will be doing webinars on the dragons in deeper detail. If you would like to be on my list, please join my newsletter list and you will get all the updates. Okay, so what we're going to do is the Imperial Dragons. We're also going to do our Celtic Dragon Tarot and our little sigils. Okay, so I don't want to turn any of these cards over till we're ready to go. Now, just like I did with number 1, number 2, just make a declaration that as a sovereign being of light, you are open to working with dragon energy and your guardian dragons, your teaching dragons, your healing dragons, your warrior dragons, that you are open to receive advice and information, and that you are open to receiving messages from them as well, you know. And just saying these declarations as a sovereign being of light, and so it is. At the end, you can put whatever you want in the middle. Okay, so let's start with the Imperial Dragon for number 2. What is your message? Ooh, you have the energy of the red dragon, the fire dragon of mischief. Okay, now this particular this particular energy is a fire dragon, but also can be considered perhaps one of the Musha, one of your warrior dragons. Now, there's another clan of dragons called the Chaos Dragons or the Tadikam. And these particular dragons do not cause chaos, okay, but they seek out chaos and destroy it. This can also be a warning for you that since the full moon, okay, that there's been somebody behind the scenes or an energy working against you, or so you feel, okay? And it's time to employ your dragons to work for you and just clear the way, you know. I know a lot of people focus on the beliefs or the opinions or words of what others have to say. And this can really lead you into a downward spiral, you know, because then you feel like you're always being judged. And therefore, in some ways, you know, you become judgmental of what other people's thoughts are of you, if that makes sense. So there's this little bit of stagnation energy around you. And maybe you just need this little bit of, support at this time if you're going through something. And to know that your dragons are right there ready to take care of any kind of chaotic energy or any kind of stressful energy and clear it away for you. And of course, we always learn lessons from these things. You know, we learn a lot about ourselves when something is not going right or we're going through quite a tough time on some level. But you shouldn't have to be sitting in it and feeling miserable all the time. So the message here is that even if there is some kind of energy or situation or personal drama that you don't like so much around you, that you have the support and you have the power to call in all of your dragons to assist you and strengthen you. So it just is like water off a duck's back. It doesn't bother you so much, you know. There are people who come and they have a lot of different situations, and for them, their trauma is valid. You know, their situation is real for them, and you know they're in it, right? And when you're in it, you can't see a way out of it. And now, you know, you are given this gift. Now you will be able to, you know, really ask them and give them thanks for working with you and clearing it out and balancing emotions and not letting you get all hot-headed or you know, your temper going through the roof or whatever, not finding attachment to the thoughts of other people. Instead, just keep on moving ahead. One thing that drives people crazy if they're angry with you is you being happy. You know, they're like, how can they still be happy when I'm giving them so much hate? You know, so just keep on going, because if you're stirring up emotions in somebody else, it's okay. You know, you're still doing what you know is right for you in your heart, okay? And you don't have any control over how anybody else feels, so we shouldn't try. All right, let's keep going. And your Imperial card, you have the Four of Pentacles. So yeah, so see how there's a defensive energy here. You know, you feel like you have your defenses up. You feel like perhaps everybody is against you also, or talking about you, or whatever it is. And at the same time, you feel a little bit frustrated with regards to your finances as well. You know, it just feels like maybe there's more going out than than coming in, and you're trying to think of ways perhaps in which you can manifest things. So by first clearing out this negative kind of energy that's sort of disrupting stuff in your life, by first taking control of that, you will find that then everything else begins to fall into place. It's also not a time to be super frivolous with money. You know, it's not a time to be overspending or anything like that, but at the same time that you're not sitting there living in lack either, you know, and feeling like, oh my God, I need to save every penny because this is coming up and that's coming up. You have to believe that your money will be available and things will be taken care of, okay? So just remember that you have your dragon team ready and willing to support you, and you no longer have to face everything by yourself. Okay? And also, oh goodness, okay, you have the Strength card also. Look, this is one of your guardians. This could also be considered a solar dragon, or a fire dragon. The energy here for the Strength card, I'm getting a shine on it, so I'm just going to have a look at it closely. Okay. The energy here for the Strength card is about you trusting in your power, you trusting in your healing abilities, that you have a connection to the divine, that you are aware of all the strength around you, that you are aware of your dragons assisting you, and that you're really, really grateful for this energy as well. Because what can happen is, like, we can just go, okay, I'm just calling in this and calling in that. Okay, I've asked for this help and that help. Okay, nothing's happening, And you can get yourself like you're just going through the motions, but not really believing in the power of it. So you're given this energy here of sitting back, closing your eyes, really bringing all of your energy back towards yourself, remembering that you have all these support team around you, not just the dragons, but the angelic realms, spiritual realms, etc. And just sit there and be grateful for everything that you're already receiving. So if you see things as already happening, you speed up time, right? So I'm grateful for the dragons for their assistance in clearing out any energy I don't need. I'm so grateful to be living here. I'm so grateful to be healthy. I'm so grateful for abundance falling easily towards me. I'm so grateful for, all of my chakras being aligned, etc. So all the things that you're wanting, you're just announcing gratefulness, and you will have more to be grateful for. There's recovery in this card. There's strength after a period of illness for some people. And there's resistance. There's energy of resistance here to anything that may be trying to lower your energy fields. You're not going to let it happen, And of course that's up to you, but I feel like there's a lot of potential and strength and love here, and that you're just beginning to truly understand a whole lot of different things all at once. So you're not going to let anything pull you back. But just in case, just remember that everybody is working to support you. Okay, now your little sigil cards. Wow, I love seeing this. Look, see, the abundance is already there. Time of prosperity. Money is coming and attracting abundance. And draw diamonds. Draw diamonds to, and dedicate the diamonds to the abundance dragons, and draw these diamonds wherever you go. Draw them on your hand, draw them on yourself when you're in the shower. Draw them in sand, draw them underneath your feet, so you're always walking on abundance. Do you know what I mean? Just whatever you can think of, just draw it and activate it with your thoughts, and away you go. So something's happening. You're already attracting this energy. And finally, the fire dragons, the end of a cycle, preparation, open doors, news, chances, and opportunities. And you can draw this sigil anytime you want any of these things to begin to happen, right? And just intend it. You don't have to be a perfect artist or anything like that. It's not about that. It's about the intention behind it. So you're finishing this cycle, you're moving into a new one, the doors are open, the news and the chances and the opportunities are there. Are you going to notice them? Okay, or are you going to be in that defensive energy, that you've had to be in? Start noticing what's around you, the support that's there, the signs that are there, that you are supported. And you'll see so much more to not only be grateful for, but there'll be so many more opportunities that come forward. So everybody, thank you so much for listening, and I hope you enjoyed your dragon energy. If you would like to see a webinar on dragons, please write yes in the comments, or yes, I'd love to see dragon webinars, or anything that you would like to learn. And usually between a 3 hour, it can be longer, but it's usually at least a 3 hour webinar, and it's much more me teaching you. Okay, so let me know, and until the next time, thank you for subscribing, sharing, and being here. Lots of love, many blessings, and bye for now.